Well, here in Australia, it's getting darker earlier and it's also getting colder. So this means one thing.
Winter is coming.
And it's time to break out some winter gloves. Hey everyone, welcome to Roads of Oz. My name is Matt and on this episode we're looking at the Dainese D Dry Plaza 3 gloves. Now I bought these when I was riding down to Victoria in Rain-Mageddon, heading down to the MotoGP, and it absolutely bucketed down. I needed some gloves that kept my hands warm and dry. Even though Dainese relies heavily on its Italian heritage, you look at the label and you'll find they're made in Indonesia. Not that it's a bad thing, just I suppose it just cuts costs on their production. Providing they maintain their high standards, that's fine. So what is the glove made up of? Well, the exterior is 100% polyester. The palm material is 100% polyester. The palm reinforcement is a mix of 60% nylon and 40% polyurethane. The lining, you guessed it, 100% polyester. And the membrane's 100% polyurethane, which keeps your hands nice and dry. So is it really a motorcycle glove, or is it really just a rebadged skiing and snowboarding glove? We'll look into that. But before we do, we'll put it on, because I need to demonstrate what we're doing. This Dainese gloves comes with a smart touch function, which means you can select your, it works okay, but you're not with these ham-fisted fingers, you're not going to be able to type text. You'll be able to make selections on apps. Yes, it works, but not great like most gloves I know. Once you get the knack of actually how to scroll with it and select, it's not too bad, but still, due to the size of them, just a bit ham-fisted. It's got reflective inserts and soft inserts, so it's nice and comfy on the inside. So ergonomics, well, it's got elasticated fabric, so there's a bit of give to it. Pre-curved fingers, which is more of a comfort thing. Stretch wrist, which we'll come back to. Tightening strap and reinforced palm. Also has thermal padding, and it's got a waterproof D-Dry membrane. There's a wind block insert, which I wouldn't have a clue where that is on this, but does keep your hands dry. And the gloves have a CE rating of a Cat 2 level 1. So what does that mean? Well, to obtain the CE rating, it's got to have 4 things. Let's find it. I was looking at it earlier. Oh, they don't make it easy to find. So it needs this little drawing here, and you see the diagrams for a motorcycle. There's also another section where it says 1. That means it's a basic pass. There's the blank section on this one. If it had KP in it, was for knuckle protection. If it's blank, there's none. They either didn't pass or it's not there. The EN 13594:2015, that needs to be on this tag as well. So what does that mean for this glove? To obtain a basic pass level, the cuff length must be at least 15 millimeters, and this does that with ease, even surpassing the level 2 standard of high, as it meets the minimum 50 millimeters past my wrist. The Velcro restraint ensures that the glove would stay on your hand in the event of an accident. For a basic pass, the glove needs to stay in your hands for 30 seconds at a force of 27 newtons. The gloves need to resist tearing at a basic pass. This is several tests between 18 and 25 newtons of force on various sections of the glove. There's also a seam test. The most important test to me is actually the abrasion test. You need 4 gloves that can be dropped onto a belt with an abrasive material. Now the gloves cannot fail under 3 seconds, and on average across all 4 they must last 4 seconds before they get holes in them. As you can imagine, the level 2 pass has even greater standards. The last test would be if the gloves had knuckle protection, but these don't have any. So what they're like? Well, great value, under $100. Can't go wrong. The other thing I like, they are extremely warm. I've had these in temperatures down to 7 degrees Celsius, and most gloves I've found, once you get below 10 degrees, you start getting uncomfortable, but these seem to hold up fairly well. Now, what didn't I like? Well, due to the length of the cuff, you do find it awkward to get your hand, especially if you put the wrong hand in, you do find it awkward to get your hand in, especially because of the chunky nature of them. Getting the second glove is a bit of a nightmare. Also with this Velcro strap that you need to meet CE compliance so the glove doesn't come off, this also is a pain. You need to have it undone, put your hands in and then close them. So the other thing, although they're amazing at keeping your hands warm, once you get above 23 degrees, your hands start to get really warm in these. So my advice is take more appropriate gloves for the slightly warmer weather and have them as a backup. These are great when it's cold, but once it starts getting warm, they start to get uncomfortable. And some people don't like the sheer bulk of them, but I'm okay with that. They're not too bad. Dexterity is a bit of a problem for these, but they're not for that. They're there just to keep your hands warm. Although these may not protect you as well as some higher spec gloves, what they will do is keep your hands very dry, very warm, and for under $100, that's some great value. Anyway, that's pretty much it from me. Thanks very much for watching. If you found this video interesting, please like, share, and if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. It helps out my channel massively. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next vid.